Hey y'all. What's funny is that I've been sitting here talking for 4 minutes and I didn't even hit record, child. And I ain't even drunk. Ain't that something? First of all, let me say we support love and we push for love and for us to just be respectful to one another on my channel. We can disagree and read each other and go back and forth, but just do it in a lighthearted, fun type of way. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to say that. Okay. So anyway, birthday shouts out. Let me give a few happy birthday shouts out to rapper Young Buck from G Unit. Y'all remember when Monica wrote that song or co-wrote whatever? Um, you should have known better. Yeah, she said that was for him. Monica, she used to go with Young Buck. You should have known better. Okay. Happy 61st birthday shout out to Fabio, child. Y'all know Fabio. Brett Michaels, rock star and reality star. He turns 57. Actress Eva Longoria, she turns 45. And rapper, producer Will I Am, he turns 45. Okay, so we're Housewives of Atlanta. My God, it was just cats everywhere, right? Cats, 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 cats. I have a fear of cats, whatever that's called. I guess it's called a fear of cats. Hell, y'all know the. Tell me the technical term in the comment section. Fear of cats. What is that called? Cause my lord, I couldn't deal with Greece. It's just stray cats everywhere in everybody's yard, everybody's business, and they just let them run in and out. Ooh, no, God, no, 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 no. Okay, so the ladies are waking up. You know, I guess they're coming to each other's rooms or whatever, and then all of a sudden we see Cynthia do that twerk thing again. I don't know, you know, she's just having fun. So, you know, it's lovely, it's harmless. But should Cynthia twerk? Is that something that Cynthia should do? No, it's not. I don't know. It's the most struggled twerk I've ever seen in my life. Y'all like that noise? Look, ever since I was little, whenever I drink a soda out of soda can, I know horrible for you, right? Whatever. Every time I drink soda out of a can, I never open the top all the way. So I always open it a little bit and then just. Y'all like, there's that noise again. Am I the only one that does that? That do that? That's probably. I heard a long time ago you get lead in your body or something. I don't know. I don't drink sodas that often, but hell. Child, 1 minute, you know, the news always reporting some, child. 1 minute, they said that chocolate, you shouldn't eat chocolate. Then the next week they came back on the TV and said chocolate is actually good for you. Child, bye. Enjoy yourself. Do what you do. Everything is just about in moderation and just having a balance. But do what you do. Have fun. Enjoy life, child. We all gonna leave at some point from something. So hell, you might as well go on a full belly. Not that any of us are going no time soon. None of us. We're all going to live to be well into our hundreds, darling. I want to be at least 120. At least 120. I feel like that's a good age. Okay. So Cynthia did her tired twerk. Let me see. So the ladies are on the bus. Tight bus. Tight, tight, tight. And everybody there got hips and thighs. So I knew they were struggling. But they were sitting there on the bus, and you know they're talking, and you know they started talking about the surrogates things, or just you know life and what your man mean to you and all this other kind of stuff. Marlo was just like, "Look, I'm not looking for no husband right now. I'm just looking for a partner, a dude that's gonna hold me down, that I'm gonna hold down. We ain't got to get married, but you know, I'm Marlo Hampton, and you know he just need to get with the program, whoever it is. He just needs to be a team player, and likewise." I was like, okay, I can feel that. I'm sorry, I thought I heard something outside. Maybe it is, I don't know. So anyway, they're sort of talking about surrogates, and Candy had her surrogate, and they was just like, well, are you gonna like stop talking to your surrogate? And Candy was just like, well, I mean, she did carry my baby for me. So, I mean, why would I stop talking to our surrogate? Like, I don't know. And then I found out that she, like, works in the restaurant business as well. And I might actually hire her for working in my restaurant. And it was just like, oh, for real? You're going to buy this place? It was like, you're going to hire her? It was like she thinking about it. They watch too much Lifetime. They're thinking that the surrogate going to try to take the baby and all this other kind of stuff. I mean, the lady seems cool, but I don't think she, crazy or nothing like that, child. But, child, let her try. Child, y'all know Candy got that flip slide. Candy be done went off, child, but, that's not going to happen. But I do think it's weird to just not talk to a person that carried your baby. Like, you just throw them out of your life. Like, your child that you love so much would not be here without them. So, I mean, at least keep in touch or something. It's like, oh, I'll give me my baby, bye, ho. Excuse me? This baby done sit here and it did all this to my body? And what you mean? Yeah, I got paid, but I mean, this is my body. And I got to work out and do all this other stuff trying to get my snap back, child. Anyway. Okay, so the ladies, they decide to go on this little trip. This little ride where you're literally, it's seats all around the table. But the table goes up in the air, and they're explaining all the different historic places in Greece while you're eating. And then it starts to spin while you're eating. I don't think, that's not my gig. I mean, I would have did it just for the experience, but all that spinning and it's a lot going on, and you can't get up and go to the bathroom. You're in the air, sis. So you might as well throw that leg up and just, let the earth take the piss. I don't know. But my nerves would be bad. And then you're up and then you're spinning and the thing is going round in a circle. I wouldn't. I'm thinking about my stomach. I'm just, my spirit has to be. I'm sorry. My spirit has to be completely together to do something like that. Not I, said the duck. Not I. I don't know. But anyway, they go up in the air and stuff. Before they got on there, when they were still in the bus, when they was talking about the surrogates, Cynthia, she was just like, that, she was just joking around saying that she might be pregnant and stuff. Because apparently she hasn't gotten her period or whatever in a while, and she says 50-year-olds are still having babies. Yes, they are, absolutely. But your ass ain't having one. Cynthia 50 Cent. Could you imagine? Ooh. That last drop be good. But, that'd be funny if Mike done knocked Cynthia up, child. That'd be interesting. It'd be an old looking baby. Okay, so, beautiful, but old looking. Okay. Let me see. So the ladies are up there in the sky. And then all of a sudden, they brought out wine. And Kenya, she just, out of nowhere, she just started to grill. I think Cynthia asked the lady about the wine or something, and then Kenya just started to grill Cynthia about the wine. Just like, oh, well, what wine would you place with this particular entree, Cynthia? And she was just like, oh, I would have this kind of wine. She was like, oh, really? So you would put this kind of wine with that kind of wine? Don't you think that would throw off the balance and da-da-da-da-da? I'm like, where is this coming from? It was just weird. A lot. Cynthia is very typically like a soft-spoken kind of person, and they know Cynthia. They know Cynthia's not going to give you all that rah-rah, kind of behavior. And Kenya definitely knows this, since her and Cynthia are now so close. But it was just so unnecessary to give 50 Cent that. And Kenya, if you were really trying to help Cynthia on trying to get her more knowledgeable about different wines and stuff, you would have did that in private with just you and her, and y'all would have just, studied together or something. Or you would have just told her everything you knew, but you did it in front of people, and you continued to do it in front of people like you were trying to get a laugh out of somebody. And Cynthia's supposed to be your homegirl. I don't like that. I don't like that kind of stuff. I tell you, the minute the minute you want to be on Kenya's side and take up for her, she does something else. I swear. And I do love Kenya. I do like Kenya. But Kenya just does too much sometimes. She really does. She really takes things a little too far. But it's funny because when it's done to her, it's she want the people to fall at their feet with apologies, but she don't have to. But the same respect is not given to other people. It's odd. It's odd for her to just be so intelligent and have no empathy, but she does have empathy. But Kenya's smart. Like I said, Kenya's all about the show. Kenya knows how reality TV works. She's been doing it a while, and she understands how TV works, and she gets it. Kenya Moore is about those ratings. Kenya Moore is about increasing her checking account, or whatever account, increasing her Real Housewives of Atlanta account, I should say. And she's all about sitting in that top seat next to Andy. For real. So Kenya gonna say whatever and do whatever to keep that drama going, so she can keep getting these checks. Because she, like I keep saying, she's the lowest paid right now, allegedly. Even after Tanya and Marlo. So, she's trying to get that top spot, that top paid spot, child. She's trying to get paid just as much as Nene or right under Nene. So, she got to act the fool and prove herself to get, back on up there, child. But y'all know she coming back next season. I mean, that goes without saying. Of course she is. Okay. So the whole time Kenya was just being just a tightwad and just being really agitating and annoying and hateful to everybody. Porsha was somewhere taking a picture, and Kenya was just like, no, don't you touch it. Y'all, this bleach stains on my shoulder, by the way. Y'all know it be these old beat up shirts that is the most comfortable, child. I'm getting ready to go to bed. But anyway, she was like, Porsha was trying to take a picture on I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was, to be honest. And Kenya was just like, get up from there. This is these people's culture. Act like you've been somewhere. And I was like, Kenya, girl, you was doing too much. My God. The ladies even went to this restaurant. And, part of the Grecian culture, darling, they break plates. It's basically to symbolize, just to get all the negativity out of your life. Just, anything that you're worried about, or just any kind of bad juju or whatever it is, you break the plate and it's done, darling. So each one of them got up there and then, broke plates for whatever they were doing. So they looked nice and fun. And they were all having fun in that moment. So, it is in between the foolishness, which is we love, I guess. No, we do. Until it gets too much. But it is nice to see the ladies get along. The brief moments they do get along. Because I feel like in their hearts, each one of them are all actually good people. I do. But this is a show at the end of the day. So, hey. Okay. So a little later on, Tanya and Porsha, they went to go get these bracelets, and each bracelet meant something. One bracelet meant getting rid of negativity, yada to the yada. So they was talking to this lady that was selling bracelets or whatever. So they get back to the hotel room, and Tanya and Porsha goes in Cynthia's room. And they're talking to Cynthia. They was just like, hey, girl, what's tea? Yeah, how you doing? You all right? Okay, so how do you feel about Kenya Moore reading you earlier? She was just like, I was read. I don't feel read. And she was like, yeah, girl, that she read you. She kept going. She was like, and the fact that she's trying to come for you off your business was just like, we on TV, and that can possibly ruin your business and stuff. And you don't know nothing about wine. And which I didn't think it was that deep at first, but now that I think about it, it kind of is. So I understand that. But was it Tanya and Porsha's place to go and remind Cynthia that she got read? No. Cynthia knew that. Cynthia knew in that moment that she was feeling embarrassed that Kenya came for her, but she just didn't say nothing. She knew that. But of course, Porsha and Tanya was being messy, child. It's not like Kenya is their favorite person, so they didn't give a damn. So Cynthia was just like, oh, okay, child, okay. Then they gave Cynthia a bracelet, and they was just like, well, we wanted one of your bracelets. I'm like, ain't that some black people shit there? Child, you coming in here trying to give me a peace offering, and you give me a gift, and you leave with a gift. Ain't that some? So yeah, let me see. So there was another scene. The ladies are back on the bus. This time they actually went to go wine tasting. And somehow it got on giving head. And Tanya was just like, yeah, no, I think Marlo, she was just like, oh, if I meet somebody, I give them head on holidays and his birthdays and stuff. And Tanya was just like, how about every morning you wake them up with that? And Nene was just like, child, Paul got it real good. That's why he ain't married her yet. I was like, yeah, it's cheaper to keep her. But why make her wife? Why make her my wife when she doing everything a wife would do anyway? I'll tell you. I can appreciate relationships like that. But my whole thing is, I feel like Tanya is naive when it comes to certain things. Now, mind you, the cookie lady was being messy, and Kenya, that whole thing was a mess, and the lady was just trying to get famous, for sure. And Kenya was just being nasty and spiteful, being Kenya. But for Tanya to think that that could possibly not happen, that her man cannot be out with his homeboys, or just out by himself, flirting with other women, is a little silly. Tanya, you too, come on, girl. You too smart for that. You know that could possibly happen, child. I understand you know your man and all this kind of stuff, but I mean, you just thinking that it's never could happen, you're going to be heartbroken, and God forbid if it do. So, I mean, it's just, not saying it's going to happen, not saying that I want it to happen, but you can't just be like, oh, that could never happen. Like, when people say, oh, my child wouldn't do this, my child wouldn't do that, and you ain't been watching your child. You don't know what your child gonna do. Your child is whoever their friends are. Kids is just all about fitting in and all that kind of stuff. And, you want to be yourself as a child. You want to be able to be yourself, but you just don't want to get picked on for being yourself. It's like, I don't actually want to be like these people, but if I could just be myself and not get picked on, then that's cool. But since it's not that way, since I am going to get picked off for being myself, let me try to fit in and act like these folks. Just an example. So yeah, it's kind of like the same thing, and I don't know. Her just completely believing whatever Paul, but we don't know Paul, so we're gonna move on. I'm just saying, be smart, girl. Let me see. So while they were there, Porsha and Nene had a conversation. They pulled each other off. I screamed at the camera, at the screen, when they were showing the nasty messages between Porsha and Nene. Child, what Nene called Porsha a pig or fat or something. She called Porsha, but that damn Porsha told Nene that she was granddaddy long legs. I like to scream. I hit the absolute floor, child. I had to share this gif on Twitter. I literally could not take it. Why she called that lady granddaddy long legs? Nene ain't nothing but legs. That's true. I tell you, I scream. But anyway, so they actually apologized to each other. It seemed heartfelt. Nene was crying somewhat. Porsha, I didn't see any tears. Not saying that she wasn't upset about it, but I just didn't see any tears. But my vision bad anyway, so hell, what do I know? There was no tears. But so they apologized to each other, and I was just like, oh. But the whole time I was thinking in my head, I was just like, ooh, what does Kenya Moore think about this? Because, as much as she says that Nene's trying to apologize to everybody and get everybody on her side, I mean, Kenya's kind of doing the same thing. She want everybody to be on her side. Like she say, Nene want everybody to be on her side. So now that Porsha is back cool with Nene, Cynthia's kind of back cool with Nene, Eva's back cool with Nene, Marlo been cool with Nene. Who else? Candy. Candy is definitely Team Kenya Moore this season, which I can kind of appreciate. Because although Kenya Moore is a lot, she do need somebody that she can confide in and talk to. Because you can't just be that kind of person all the time. A part of the reason why Kenya, not just because of money or because, she wants to be that top girl. A big part of the reason why Kenya acts the way that she does is because she's hurt on the inside. And she's been hurt for a long time. It started with her mom, and then Mark just picked it up. In my opinion. Not saying it's a fact, in my opinion. So they made up. And, the ladies was trying to get them to talk about what they made up about. They didn't want to talk about it. I was like, okay. Let me see. So the ladies sit down for a little dinner. It's the final little dinner. Porsha and Tanya, they decide to talk and, kind of get the ladies to come together and just share all their issues with one another. One of the ladies will hand out a crown to somebody they have an issue with, and they can sit and just try to squash it and talk about it. These kind of things never work, right? Of course they don't. So, Cynthia, I think she put the crown on Kenya and said that Kenya, when we were up in the air spinning and eating, I really just didn't appreciate how you came at me. I felt like you was trying to embarrass me in front of everybody, and that could possibly affect my business. And Kenya was just like, I'm sorry. You're my sister. I love you. I never wanted to make you feel that way. And, it was just very quick and brief. It was an apology, but it was the best Kenya could do. So, you just go ahead and take what you can get from Kenya. And, that was it. So after that, Nene, she was just like, I felt like that was weak. Now, Nene just butted in. Then nobody asked Lanithia her opinion. She just butted in because she was upset. Nene was upset because she's been trying to connect with Kenya this whole time, and Kenya won't let her in. And also she's upset because just now she felt like Cynthia gave a pass to Kenya that had it been Lanithia, it would have been a different story. I was just thinking to myself, well, maybe it's a different story because Nene and Cynthia has more history. Nene and Cynthia know more about each other. They know each other's secrets and things. Maybe Nene hurt Cynthia more than Kenya hurt Cynthia. It could be multiple reasons as to why that is. But do I kind of see where Nene's coming from? Yeah, I do. Cynthia is easier on Kenya than she is Nene, but maybe she just feels really sorry for Kenya. Maybe she knows the ins and outs of Kenya more, She probably feels bad for her about her mom, about the fact that her relationship now with Mark. It's kind of a lot. Kenya does a good job at covering up, but she really is hurt. She really is. If you sit and talk to her long enough, she'll just boo-hoo cry. And I totally see that in her. But she don't really trust these ladies on the show. I kind of don't blame her. This is a reality show, and You know, you don't want to be too vulnerable with somebody because they could use that against you. But I mean, they could do that in real life too. So I mean, what do you do, girl? You gotta talk to somebody at some point, I guess, before you go crazy. So Nene, started coming for Kenya. And it's just like, you know what, Kenya, I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you blow up booty. And she told Kenya that Mark twirled out of the relationship, him and his nose ring and all that kind of stuff. I was like, oh Lord, here we go. Kenya called Nene bipolar. She was like, no, you're bipolar. That's why Mark left you. That's why your husband don't want you. I was like, Lord Jesus, here we go. So then the conversation shifted and they got on Tanya and Kenya. Kenya wanted to thank Tanya. It was painful. You could tell it was painful for Kenya to even apologize. She was just like, I want to, thank you for just being nice to me. And, I apologize for the whole situation, whatever. Then Kenya was just like, well, I felt like you could have gave me an apology. Talk about the whole wig situation. Now, Kenya, I guess surface level, she could apologize to you. But what you did to Tanya was way worse. It's way two different things. And that's what Porsha was instigating the whole time beside Tanya. Talking about this on two different levels. And then Kenya was just like, Porsha, why is you doing that? I was like, Kenya, that's not the same, sis. Her discovering, or the world discovering that you wear wigs. Who really gives a damn? Really. But what you did, sis. And then it's one thing for you and Tanya to have a conversation. Well, you was already reading her for filth. You was already winning the argument. But then on top of that, you're gonna actually bring the lady with a box of cookies. Ciao, bye. I was like, that was a little much, Kenya. So, Nene's feelings was just hurt, to be honest. She acts out when her feelings are hurt. Child, like I said, she was hurt because she's been trying to connect with Kenya. Kenya said, F you. And she don't like how Cynthia allows Kenya to just do whatever. And stuff. But, to be fair, Nene, you've done more to Cynthia than Kenya has. And that's just the truth. When I really sit back and think about it, you just have. Like, get over it. Like, Nene, you can only play victim so far. You really can. Like I said, in most situations, Nene starts the shit and then Kenya keeps it going. And neither one of them is really willing to squash it. Nene will attempt to squash it, but then she's so petty. She'll keep it going. She don't want to, just like when they had the opportunity to apologize last week to one another. And Kenya wasn't here for it, child. She went up and started fixing desserts. So, it's pettiness on both parts for sure. Let me see. Somebody said, I retweeted this comment. The notorious one said that Kenya called Nene out, which is true. She is fake. Mark likes Nene, and she just called him gay. Him twirling with his nose ring. So Kenya has a point. She, basically, that is, a diss. Why'd you have to add the nose ring into it, He says that Nene is a toxic narcissist, who disowned everyone until she lost camera time and fake apologized for coins. That could be true too now. I don't see no lies told. So, it's a mess. You really can't feel too sorry for nobody, to be honest. Because they both got messed with them. They could both do better. But, that is the show. Is there anything else? So, I basically got up with Nene. And next week, we going to see Nene fake spit on Kenya. Nene, she was just like, when Tanya and Kenya was talking, Nene interjected again. And she was just telling Kenya to shut up. You ain't gonna bully me. And she tried to throw a peanut at her. And Kenya, she was just like, oh, so you're gonna assault me with a peanut? Nene was like, somebody needs to assault you. So, child, it was just a mess. It really, really is. Poor Tanya, right? Portia's here for the mess. You know Porsha. But poor Tanya, right? Y'all ruining her events. She gonna go home. She gonna go in her hotel room and cry. Okay, what else is going on? Is that it? I think that's it, y'all. I really do think that's it. Shouts out to Dinah, STYSZN. Shouts out to him. Hansel. Yes, indeed. Anything else? I think that's it, y'all. Yeah, that's it. It was a pretty good episode, though. What y'all thought about this episode? With that said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at Iskizero on Instagram and Twitter, at Iskizero89 on Snapchat, Chase King on Facebook, Mr. Chalaki on Cash App and PayPal, and as always, run me my money or run me my fade. That y'all heard that decline in the voice, child. I need to go to bed. Run me my money the way I get paid. Okay, I recovered a little bit. All right, bye.